Alright, so for those of you just tuning in, we're about to do a 4v4 on the map Steppe between me and the higher rated viewers. So the players in here are generally quite skilled, so this should be a reasonably difficult match, and we have split these two players up to try and balance the teams. I have played Steppe like once. It is a very interesting map. It is unique, of course, to the Forgotten Empires expansion to Age of Empires 2 HD Edition, which of course you can buy on Steam. Steppe, I believe you don't start with the town center. I think there's a bunch of deer in the middle. Most of the trees are on the edge of the map, I think. So we just build a town center and stuff. Not completely sure how this works. Oh, normally I set this to 200 population if it's a high rated game. It's still 300. My bad. You do start, like, next to your teammates, though. I don't know exactly where I should be building this town center, but I'll build it over here. Yeah, you do spawn, like, near your teammates, so it's not, like, traditional land nomad, or just nomad where you have no idea where the rest of your team is. There are apparently a lot of deer, yes. Okay, so apparently I built very, very close to one of my teammates, that's nice, and I have a yurt for flavor. Well, thank you, Anon. However, I might not win. We'll see. Someday I might need to pay the bills with this, but... Well, that would be my life dream, honestly, is to be able to pay the bills doing something similar to what I'm doing now, maybe not exactly the same. Something involving games, esports. I just love to talk about and play games. It's like the most fun thing in the universe for me. But right now, thankfully, I don't need to worry about that, so... Don't need to go full sellout. That being said, very much appreciate all the people who give me a hand. Korea! Looks like I'm gonna be the Koreans today, which is, if I'm on the flank, which I think I am, that's bad. The Koreans on the flank is terrible, as they have a very, very weak early game. They do not have any substantial economy bonus. They have, like, faster stone mining, but compared to other civs, like the Mongols with 50% faster hunting, that is absolute dog shit. However, that being said, the Koreans are a civilization that has its uses, for sure. And Age of Empires 2, I think, is really interestingly balanced in that, you know, every civilization has clearly defined strengths and weaknesses, and while the Koreans' early game is really bad, their late game is very strong. And if you ever played any Black Forest, Michi, or any of those, you know, defensive, closed maps, you know how much of a terror the Koreans can truly be as the game drags on. So, ideally, you would want the Koreans in the pocket position of your team, not the flank. Flank, of course, means that I am adjacent to an enemy, and then pocket means I'm surrounded by my teammates. That would be nice. Good night, Chamberman! Thank you, Omigod. Appreciate it. Well, I'll go for War Wagons. I want to. I really want to. The problem with scouting with a horse is it actually has terrible, terrible vision. Makes it very difficult to actually find any of your resources. But thankfully, though, I do have a bunch of llamas, and llamas have better line of sight than the normal, like, sheep and cows do. Now, I probably should have lured this boar a little bit earlier, but screw it. I'm just working on this one. Of course, this match is live streamed, and I would love to have you at my weekly Twitch TV live streams. You can find the schedule on my Twitch page itself. You just scroll underneath the video player. I update that every few days, so make sure to keep your eyes peeled. That way you never miss one. I'm at a villager rush. I think that's how I die. I do really want to make War Wagons this game, though. We'll see. If I miss any of your messages in the Twitch chat, please do. Pardon me, as it breaks my heart every time that happens. But I'm also trying to multitask a lot. I'm trying to play this game, read the Twitch chat, and provide a meaningful commentary, which is so much stuff to do at the same time. Which, of course, is why my build order isn't perfectly optimized. If you're looking for something, I guess, I don't know, if you're looking for some expert gameplay, I have plenty of expert commentaries on my YouTube channel. That being said, I think there's still plenty that you can learn from watching these. Is that an enemy horse? No, it's a Ross Spaghetti horse, yes. Scouting around. Oh, I'm not on the flank. There's an I Victorious to my right. Fantastic. Korean's pocket sounds pretty good. Shall we wall up and go for War Wagons, guys? What do you think? I might just do that. Sounds fun. Oh, one of my llamas is stolen. Ah. Walking in the wrong neighborhood. That is... I was really growing attached to that specific llama. What a shame. How much more innocent blood must be spilled for our petty, petty war. Now, I told him to shoot this twice, but that doesn't mean walk up to the boar and hump it first. That's fine, though. Bring the boar to me! Yes. Actually, I don't think I can wall up and go War Wagons. I think that I have to be boring, go for knights first, and then transition into War Wagons. As I am sure that Victorious will need some help. This is a relatively, like, open map, so... it's certainly possible that he gets rushed, and I might need to come to his aid, rescue the damsel in distress. The Mongols on this map are, without a doubt, and very, very powerful, and that's because they have that 50% faster hunting. Since there's so many deer in the middle ground area, that is just so very good. It's the greatest. Yeah, blood for the blood god. I'll probably have to open up with some knights. I would go for a tower rush, but I'm in the pocket, so it'd take me forever to get to somebody else. I might build some towers this game, though. I almost never build, like, any towers. Now, ideally, though, you would be luring these boar with your, luring the deer, sorry, with your scout by, like, sort of pushing them into your town center as deer do run away from enemies to stand nearby them. However, I don't have a scout, I have a horse. I don't even know if deer run from horses. I'm not sure. I've played this map once, and it was a brutal stomp. Hopefully this one works out a little bit better than the last one. I don't know if I should be going, like, too hard on the center deer or not. Not entirely sure, but I am going to build a house, keep the villager production rolling, make sure my town center is always working. Oh, Taurus. Whoops. You're right, there's another one over there. But I don't know if that's mine or if that's Victorious's. I don't think you can do it with sheep now. Yeah, big surprise, Pixel Prize, or Pixel Pizza. No one's ever seen that before. Well, we're still making dudes. Maybe I should send out another group of these guys. Sure, there's a lot of deer, why not? I can probably go up on fewer villagers, right? Considering that there's so many huntable animals. Not sure. I will open up with knights. I think I'll fast cast Legion of Knights because it's a very standard thing to do in the pocket and in these higher rated games. I mean, I kind of have to. However, I do want to, like, mass War Wagons and stuff later after that. But the goal is to keep Victorious alive long enough that we get to have fun and go, you know, break the meta with some War Wagons. I am hyped for the upcoming expansion rules, yes. Put a villager on that horse, that would be so very cool if you could do that. You can mount up. They should really add something like that, that'd be really cool. You have a villager drive the Cobra car. Oh man. So we're going up. All those vills in the same deer, that's inefficient. Yeah, I should have built that mill closer. That sucks. Wait, didn't I send... What? Oh yeah, no, I have three groups of deer people, right? I have 9 deer hunters. Okay. Oh no, my horse! Jukes! There we go. Not too bad. Is it worth it building a new mill over here? I actually think it is. I think it's actually worth 100 wood. It's very inefficient. I should have built the mill, like, between both of these patches. I just didn't see the one on the right. And I wasn't sure if it was Victorious's or not. Can I go monks and war wagons? I'd love to, Flash. I have to get there, though. And then once I get there, yes. But I have to survive. Also, Victorious has to survive. He's my flank. My kingdom for a horse. Horse is so OP. Honestly, I have one of the best, I think, one of the best Twitch communities in the world. I'm very, very, very happy. You know, these vills could drop off their food at that mill, but then they wouldn't get that much needed cardio. I'm just trying to, like, go 3 per deer. So we're gonna go build this, and then build one of these, then just go up to the next age. Instead of a market, I should probably be building a blacksmith and a stable, considering I'm going for knights. But I always forget to do that. I always get distracted. It doesn't really make too much of a difference in this case, as I'm sure I'll find a use for said market, especially if I'm adding in monks and or war wagons. Monks, of course, and war wagons can be a very potentially good combo. Very expensive, mind you, but it can be quite potent because the war wagons are so tanky that healing them gets such great value. Such intense, awesome value. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll find a use for this market. I'm gonna have to build one anyway. Another reason why I do this, besides the fact that I just forget a lot, is so I can get cartography so that you guys can go see what's going on, as it makes it a lot more interesting to watch if you have more vision of the map, of course. However, practically speaking, if you are playing a match and you're not playing on the Forgotten, then I don't know about the early market, as investing 100 food and 100 gold into cartography can be pretty harsh on your early game economy, as well as building a market that can really cut into your necessary military production cash. Unable to join, if you scroll down underneath the video player, you can find my live stream schedule. Update that every few days. I'd love to have you. Is that another patch of deer? I am just all over the place with this this mill placement today. So we're gonna open up with a few knights, like a weenie. And go into something else. This looks like I Victorious' Tower Rushing Torminator. Okay. Archers here from the Uckle going on our good friend Earth Shogun. Meister H, also known as Meister H. We might need to send a few knights to him. I don't know, it depends on how long it takes for Russ Spaghetti to get out his knights. That is a great question, unable to join. That is actually from my favorite case in Phoenix Wright, which is one of my favorite game series. I love Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney so much. It's from the Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney game series, case number 5. That's Emma Skye, my favorite character from the game. Case number 5, Rise from the Ashes, from the first Phoenix Wright game. So we're up to the Castle Age, getting that scale barding armor. I don't really like going knights on the Koreans unless I have to, but you sort of almost always go for knights if you're in the pocket position of your team. You're playing like a higher rated game. Kind of just always do that, as knights very mobile, strong as feudal age units, a great way to go help your flank. Your flank's probably going to go for like a feudal age rush, because going for a fast castle age leaves you too vulnerable for too long. You just die to archers like our poor friend Meister H. So, Spaghetti. Oh, okay. Spaghetti's going 2 stables, so I probably don't need to send knights to go help Meister H. So might as well go send them to, you know, just harass Torminator. I don't really like to gang up on players because we play for fun here, rather than to be super duper tryhard. That being said, I am going to try my best to win, but it's like, this isn't a tournament. I'd rather that everybody here has some fun, rather than just a miserable experience where I gang up on them. Mwahahaha! So, what I'm going to do is I'll send some knights to him. Then I'll go to his pocket, as I think that Torminator is mostly taken care of right now. I think he's slowly becoming the artist formerly known as Torminator, and that's good. I like that. So I'm just going to make sure that he dies, then move on to his pocket. I also think that strategically this is the right decision here. Is there a stone mine over there that actually has villagers in it? Oh, there is. So I'll kill those stone miners, and then I'm going to move on to someone else. So I'll just kill these stone miners. That'll do enough damage to his economy that this basically guarantees that Torminator dies. And then I can move on and just slay the rest of his team. Let the bodies hit the floor. Should really just mill some more deer. Okay, cool. So I killed all those, and now it's time to go to his pocket. The thing is, though, is that it's actually better to attack their pocket than their flank when you know that your flank is self-sufficient and has already won his side. Generally speaking. Because we can't let their guy just boom up. Wall up and go pikes, that sounds like a lot of fun. Although I think I want the knights here to just be aggressive. I don't think I'm in too much danger of really being raided, per se. I'm going to regret saying that almost immediately, I know. I think I'm mostly safe right now. And that, yeah. I can just kind of relax a little bit. I do want to, like, get some stone, though, so I can build a castle and start making war wagons. As I think I've created ample space that will allow me to just be able to safely transition to that. I think Meister H is mostly okay here. That's good. Love to see that. OG Pois about to get knighted. I do want wheelbarrow, actually. I have enough villas that I do need that. I missed some of your questions, my bad. Trying to focus on the game. Free relic right on top of me. Oh, that is true. At the same time, though, I really want another town center. So I think I'm gonna wait slightly on that that relic, as it doesn't really matter that much. It is something though that I do want to get. Well, he's all walled up. Well, that sucks. So we're not out of the woods yet. As I do have to remember that Sup is a player in this game. And he could be scary. So we're not out of the woods yet. But I do want to get out like a fatter-ish economy. See where life takes me. I probably should have walled up at the front of my base, but I'm fearless, man. I don't care. Wall and boom, you know you want to... I want it, the Black Winds. I really want it. Team wall? Ooh. That's a strategy I can get behind. I love my macro, man. Alright, cool. I forced Sup to build 2 houses. It's the little things that count, guys. The little victories. Okay, so we'll just go make more stuff. Go hard on the stone, I think. I wonder if I'm going to regret not, like, heavily walling up. We'll find out. Too many villas queued up at this town center and not enough at the other one. Trying to get to 100 plus villagers as fast as possible, of course. How's this going? Sup has to pull back. He's Vikings. That explains the high score. His economy strong. Free wheelbarrow and handcart. Too good. Okay, building up a little bit. See if I can worm my way in here before he stops me. I think it's okay that I leave this open. I'm building a castle. No one's in really position to raid me right now. Oh, but I'm going to regret saying that. Okay, do some good damage over here. Cool, so that town center's denied. That definitely matters. It's a lot of stuff. I'm gonna have to probably help him out. Thank you, Kanye West, for the sub. Helps out a lot, man. Thank you. So we're doing some damage. Yellow Scouts. Good job so far, by the way, Victorious. Good so far, guys. It's a strong tower rush. What's this, a town center? Still harass him a little bit. Force him to ring the town bell. He won't be gathering any resources, so that's fine. Force a little bit of idle time. Terminator seems to be getting crippled by this tower rush quite hard. So yeah, generally I don't really prefer to go for something like a tower rush, mostly because it's, you know, oh shit. Camels counter knights, this is bad for me, and they're also fast enough that I can't run away from them. These camels are respecting my privacy by knocking, but asserting their authority as my counter by coming in anyway. Get out of there, Mr. Horse, this is no place for you. Okay, Vikings Creed, I will certainly check my Facebook inbox. I'm a little bit behind on that as I get so many messages, but it is on the to-do list. And don't worry, guys, I haven't forgot about Mr. Relic. He will find a good home. Eventually. Mobiles! These knights are all fucking dead. That sucks. It's okay, I'm getting ready to transition to something else. Terminator is dead as hell. I got caught out by a bunch of camels. That sucks. Build a wonder. It's actually Conquest victory. You can't build a wonder. Too many gold miners, to be honest, even though I only have like 6. That's why it feels weird just grabbing that relic like that. And I will spend all that gold anyway. Indeed, that was Jetterx. I like to think that, at least in terms of TV, I had a wonderful childhood. 90s are the best cartoons. So I think I'm running out of deer to hunt, but I don't know. I feel like this bolsters my economy in some way. I'm sure I'm gonna get punished for that, though, right? Like, someone will just send some knights to the middle. Just kill me. I hope no one's listening to what I'm saying, though, because that makes it way easier to beat me. Even easier than normal. So we're getting huge, but it looks like they're getting huger faster. So we got this group of dudes. Should send those knights to go give him a hand, I think. And now it is time to start pushing on that other side. Or rather than doing that, since Victorious has his side on lockdown, maybe I should just help my teammates on the right, on the left. Maybe I should just do that. Tormator up to the next age. Still making stuff. I think it's about time that we get the Barrel of Much Wheels. Ready Teddy asks, Residence 22 in your position, what are your thoughts on going hard into the Archer line and postpone War Wagons? Are there enough synergies that you would recommend that? Absolutely. I think War Wagons are a little bit more fun, but they require such a huge economy to get out since they're so expensive. They're also... like, they really do. Like, you have to also get those castles too, and that just sucks. So I don't think it's, like, feasible that I get them in a reasonable time frame. And for that reason, I'm heavily considering dropping a bunch of archer ranges on my teammate to go give him a hand. In fact, I might just do that. Hopefully he doesn't need more knights from me. I don't really know. I also might just throw in a few pikes. Throw in a few barracks or something. Maybe not 3. So I can't really sustain production from all those. I'm trying to get at a huge economy, because really, like, what the Koreans are all about is a massive, powerful late-game army, death ball with, like, all sorts of ranged units of your choice, whatever archery range units you like, just not cavalry archers, because you don't get bloodlines or the necessary upgrades. So, you know, like, ranged units, halberdiers at the front, and then a bunch of siege dudes, siege onagers, bombard cannons, really hard to deal with. That sort of death ball strategy is what the Koreans are all about, and I try to play to their strengths. But they're certainly not as an early game knight raiding civilization, but sometimes you gotta. Oh, that sucks. Alright, I will have to actually back it up a little bit. I'll go archer ranges, not pikes. Oh, they're getting, like, wrecked on that side. I don't think I can go War Wagons safely yet, but if I do... The thing is I need to keep these castles in my base in case they get into my economy and start doing some serious damage. I try to focus more on talking about the game itself when I'm playing, like, the higher rated games, and then just talking about whatever when I'm doing the lower rated games. Hopefully that system's good, let me know. Snag this relic, I guess. He's getting, like, dominated. I really need Victorious to move in and start applying some pressure, but maybe he just won't unless I lead the way, so maybe I'll send in a few War Wagons for raiding, I guess. I think I'll cancel some vills and just go up. I need to get to the Imperial Age, that's when I can get Chemistry, and Chemistry strong! I live near the Bay, J-Clev, so I'm quite close to San Francisco. Okay, so we build some ranges back here. I don't know how we're getting wrecked so hard on that side. I think a good chunk of it is that not only has Sup happened to just be playing well, but oh my god, look at this unit path thing. Mmm, juicy. Oh my. All my villagers covered in flypaper. Is that the Vikings have such like a strong early mid game with their free wheelbarrow and handcart. It makes their vills just so efficient. It'd be very hard to deal with that early on. Even though their knights suck, their economy is strong enough that they can outproduce you. I'm also sure that there's just some idle time on people's 10 centers and whatnot that is just really causing some issues here. So we'll just get all the relevant upgrades, snag another relic, as really every penny counts in this situation. Try and get huge! Oh my god, cheese on toast, what did I just read? I'm not really much of a sports fan, to be honest, G-Clev. I don't really follow sports that much. Oh, it looks like Sup is going this direction. which is interesting. Yeah, so he's going on this side. I think Victorious is able to clear this out, I think. Yeah, he should be fine. So this might be a mistake on Sup's part. We'll find out. It depends how much impact those knights actually have. Thankfully, War Wagons aren't really slow, so I should be able to, you know, reinforce that side at a reasonable speed anyway. Throw in some skirms, that way I can counter those enemy masked crossbowmen that I know they have on that side and get guilds. So I'm gonna need to use the market a lot to trade my resources around. These vills apparently did not have a gather point set, which is alright. We'll make a new one. It's so weird, the closest mill I have is like really far away. I don't have ballistics, which is bad, so my guys will just get juked. Wonder if I can just kill off all those vills before that castle even goes up. Oh my. So we're gonna need a trebuchet over there, I think. Town watch might come in handy. Not really sure. Start mining this gold. So I'm certainly gonna need a fatter economy than the one I have right now. Floating a lot of wood because I know I'm gonna need it. War Wagon's very, very heavy in the wood department. This just makes my base incredibly difficult to raid. Husbandry is a thing. I said husbandry is a thing. I said husbandry is a thing! There we go. Phew. Okay, so that Treb is moving out. I should build a castle closer to the battlefield anyway. Oh, shit ass. Whoa, that's some unipathing. That guy will get there eventually. I do need this. Perhaps just bombard cannons are smarter in this case. Does everyone have a relic at their base? Is that how this map works? I need Arb. Reinforce on that side. My forces are slowly on the way. Need upgrades. I still need more vills. Oh, this is a little bit bad. So when Chem's done, I can start making bombard cannons at the other side of the map, and that should be pretty good. And also make them on this side too. So I think it'll honestly take too long for my trebs to get there. Indeed, Faust. Let's get conscription. There's a lot more upgrades that I need. Frankly, I just don't have enough vills. Like, you know you have enough villagers, guys, when you are able to, like, constantly sustain troop production. From multiple unit production facilities. And I know at least for what I'm making, there's no way I can sustain this. So, I'm working off that. They're just getting shit on that side. I can't help both sides at the same time, though. That's the problem. Otherwise, I'm stretched too thin and we're gonna die. So that is a problem on some level. Okay, so I have Chem. Now I need this. Oh, there are other players in this game! Well, there's no way that Treb's gonna get there. Oh, it sucks. Oh, there are other players! I can't be everywhere at the same time! Uh-oh! Uh-oh. And I can't get Elite War Wagon either, it's too expensive. I'll save up. We shall cut production temporarily. We're so close. can afford it now. So I have a scary army on this side. So you can apply more pressure to Torminator. I think the problem is that Aoe2 has like killed Torminator, but he's just like not using his army or just doing anything with it. Like after he already clearly killed Torminator, I think he should just like stopped with the forward, taken his army, and just moved it somewhere else. Probably not Stinking Hippie, as I don't think I can feasibly afford to transition into them right now, but maybe. Mamluks are a hard counter to War Wagons, so that does suck on multiple levels. I should probably start making trade, although I don't really think it's safe. It's something I try to delay since it's a huge blow to your economy initially. It just helps you get infinite gold later. Well, that sucks. So we're gonna have to mass up a little bit further back, I think. Maybe transition into pikemen to deal with those Mamluks, which again isn't a surefire counter, but I don't really have too many cheap things that are good against that. So, yeah. So I think that this is what I will be doing. So we'll just be massing up some guys at the back over here, getting my necessary technologies, kind of conceding that this forward area is probably just going to go down. What about this? That's where his troops went. So that answers that question. Now I know where their military units went. I think a team wall is a huge waste of resources here. I don't think it really matters. Yeah. As if we're in a point where the team wall is like super helpful, we're probably dead. Probably. Siege engineers would be good if I had the resources and just production to build siege weapons. Too bad I don't. I do have enough gold for halbs though, so I just need a few more upgrades and then they'll become a potential fighting force. I wasn't really banking on transitioning to halbs, so to be honest, I do not have enough farmers, so I do need to throw in more. Yeah, I mean that side is fucked. Oh, so is this side. So that's bad. I think we might just be doomed. Mostly because our poor pal Teal over here is just, we just can't help him enough. And I think Aoe2 is about to get, like, ganged up on hardcore here. Onagers are normally very strong for the Koreans, but those Mamluks can just kind of tear right through them as well, so... I need to mass up some guys so I can take in his army, because otherwise my guys will just die if I don't mass them up a little bit. I think a common mistake new players make, though, is they wait till they have like 200 out of 200 units, and like their army must be perfect and have max upgrades before you move out. There's a fine line, though, a little happy, medium, whereas... I don't care if those will die, actually. You don't want your guys to just die instantly, but you also want to make sure that you're using your army and actually being helpful and productive in some way. So I have a big enough army, I think I can start confronting green. I don't want to sit here just touching myself all day. I don't really care if those villagers die. That gold mine is somewhat depleted. But I can't fight all these guys at the same time. I will try my best, though. Let me know, please. Do leave me a comment, as I do read them all. If this was helpful to you in some way and or entertaining. Always love to hear it. I think, though, that this is bad. This is why also I put all my castles at the back. This means I do not need to pull back my military units to go defend my own base, which is super important in a situation like this. As we can see, the Mamluks are going to get gunned down. They can't really accomplish that much without walking straight into my castles and just dying. So that's why I did this, and I think it really pays off here. I'm a huge fan of defensive castles. I think they win games, because you don't have to pull your military back to go defend against an attack like this, and then you're good to go. You're golden! So my economy is just looking strong. I clicked that, but someday they'll fix that bug where your mouse clicks don't do anything in HD. Someday. So I like to think that I'm in a position where I can repel his army. Now I need to start thinking about what I'm going to do on this side of the map as well. It's going to take a miracle to turn this game around at this point, as gold is finite. I don't really know if I'm in a position to transition to trade carts, but maybe Aoe2 is a plan. Well, he's still winning this side. Just Meister H is getting decimated, as that 2v2 on that half of the map is just not working. Bombard towers, don't have the cash for that. Hello, Zawjaw! I think you're ready, Teddy. Yeah, I try to focus a lot more on the game in the higher rated matches and then just kind of relax and chill in the lower rated ones. Let me know if that's a good balance. I'd love to hear it. I think I can throw in another barracks. I'm pretty sure I have the resources for this. I think 5 is sort of the golden number for unit production facilities. Having a defensive siege workshop might be a good idea. Otherwise, I'm going to have some trouble tearing through those siege weapons. Bombarded cannons and onagers are really, really good here. Really, I'm just trying to build like a defensive army, survive a little bit. Looks like orange is dying too, which bodes ill for us. I lost all those villagers. Doesn't really matter. To be honest, they're not important at this point. That mine is severely depleted. I would spend more resources in developing a bigger trade line, but I just think I need dudes right now. I would also position my trade line better, but again, I don't think it's relevant. I think that by the time I get enough units out, like enough trade carts, I'll be dead. So there's always that. Shushi, shushi. So, game looking very, very hard right now. Not sure when exactly it's appropriate to call it game at this point, but I'm going to give it a shot in the name of my teammates, mostly because iVictorious is doing super well. I have to admire my teammates, though, for, you know, not complaining too much. That's nice. Does it look like that set, Lee? Okay, well, maybe I... It's not like I try and let them win, I guess, if that makes any sense. But I want them to have fun. Perhaps I should be a little bit more brutal on them. I don't really know. In this case, though, I put on my metaphorical triad pants, as hopefully you can tell from my score. I am trying to turn this game around. However, we're experiencing some substantial difficulties in this. Not sure what it's going to take. I mean, I have a very strong army comp. Notice how I'm building such a wide variety of units, guys. And that's what's allowing me to remain competitive in this situation. This is also why I built this castle back here. Notice how it also protects both my economy and my allies. And of course, since having, what's that technology? Murder holes, yeah. Murder holes makes this even better. And Cannoneer is really, really good against the champions. I'm just building lots of counter units in the early game. You know, things like knights are the way to go. It's all about building what is strong for your civ, and then in the mid to late game, it's all about building things that counter the enemy's units. Once you have enough money that you can start transitioning into whatever you want, trading efficiently starts to matter a lot, especially because resources become finite too over time. Hopefully that makes sense. Well, thank you, Flash. I try to show mercy. Maybe I'm showing too much. I don't know. We have 3 1700s in this game. We have Rosbeget, Meister H, so I got actually 2 of them, so... RNG, boys! Whoops! Yeah, I got 2 of the 1700s, and they have 1, which is Torminator. But I have to say they're all doing well. I mean, I really appreciate that, like, no one is just raging. They're just like, oh my god, you know, Meister H isn't, like, having an aneurysm, like, where is team? Team where? You know, like, fuck you guys, man. Y'all left me to die. He's just being really, really chill about this, and that's great. You know, he asked for help, but he's not, like, super salty, and I think that's really good. I think that a lot of people often forget when they're playing just strategy games, team games, or whatever, you know, that there's actually human beings on the other side of those other monitors. That's why I try to be, like, super courteous to my teammates whenever I play anything, like, online. And if they just piss me off, I just mute them, rather than rage back. It's all about being positive. Another thing, though, is that the game also doesn't revolve around purely you. So, though, like, even from, like, his perspective, it seems as though, you know, we left him out to dry, but we are all playing our own game over here and trying to invest our own resources in other things. And sometimes your teammates do fuck up, but I don't think telling them that they suck actually makes them play better. In fact, I have a theory that it makes them play substantially worse. So I think it's very counterproductive to rage, so I never try to do that. Hopefully that makes sense. This is game 2. Do people rage at me much? Not really at me that much, Flash. No. I do see people, though, like, at least when I play, like, other, like, miscellaneous random online games, like, people raging at teammates and stuff. It always makes me sad. I guess I try to be the change that I like to see in other people. And it's obviously difficult to maintain a level head at all times, and we all fuck up, make mistakes. But I would like to see a more relaxed, friendly, inclusive online gaming community rather than all the raging, toxic stuff. I think, though, that Aoe2 is a pretty good community as far as game communities go. I am, like, dead, by the way. There is no hope for Resonance 22 in this situation. I think we lost. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I do believe I'm the artist formerly known as Resonance 22. At this point, when you're getting bottlenecked in your base like this, and you're getting like kind of steamrolled, like onagers are the way to go. They are your saving grace, your one chance out of this situation. Our Lord and Savior, Mr. Onager, Captain Catapult himself. I should have said Mr. Mangonel, not Mr. Onager. Either way, that is your one ticket out of hell. Onagers, because they can trade so efficiently, right? They can trade one onager for like 50 dudes, maybe. Maybe. So yeah, that's really like if you're just producing units one at a time like this, and it's really hard and you're getting bottlenecked to actually mass up anything. Onagers are your friend. I can't make any though. I didn't really have any siege workshops prepared for this. I'm also just dead. Yeah. Look at me, I'm dead. Thank you, Fresh Princess. Appreciate it. And alas, guys. I'm dead. Thank you, Anna, for the sub. Renaissance 22, yeah. Oh, man. Team, it is time to send in the dudes. Do they have any dudes to send in? See, like 5 pikes. That's not gonna cut it. That's not gonna cut it either. Oh my god, he's still in the castle age. You poor soul. Well, I feel like it would be a bad person to just resign right now, considering that Victorious is like packing heat. So maybe we just mass exodus the fuck out of here. Wait a minute. Alright, split, Delta split. The wise words of Pyrian Flax. We're gonna hide. We'll play some hide and seek. I will play this game for a short while longer, only because I love Victorious and he's a great guy. That being said, I am so much in deep shit. Wait, no, am I? He's leaving his siege weapons unattended to go kill my useless woodline. Joke's on him, I am not attached to those villagers at all. They just sit around idle all day. I don't really think that they do much wood chopping. Come on, Onager. Well, that was a good shot. Now, you know, I'm not one to stall at a game forever, but I'm also not one to give up immediately. There's a happy medium, of course, because sometimes your opponent leaves his siege weapons completely unattended and you clean them up. It happens. I always try to ask my teammates permission to quit. And if they want to continue on, I don't really complain. Unless I have, like, no units left. Like, we're really, really dead, you know. But it looks like I have cleared out this menace. The hell? Okay. Well, my economy is, like, absolutely dead because of that. But that's still fine. Okay, so now I just need to replace all those lost vills. I mean, hopefully you can see a couple tricks that I'm using to stay alive in this situation. I hope you can. Thank you, Armithil, for the sub. Really appreciate it. Guys, at this rate, I might actually be able to get new emotes eventually. I never thought I would ever hit 250 subs, and we're incredibly far away, but thanks to you guys, it's starting to become feasible. It could happen. So, mass exodus of villagers over here. I don't think I need too many more vills. Perhaps I just need a more legit trade line. Now, where does these, where's his markets? Yeah, whatever. Trade line doesn't need to be extremely efficient. It's okay. I need siege weapons before I engage this fight. Can't throw away my army for free. Every penny's precious. Thank you, Armithil. I feel like, as a constructive thing to point out for your own gameplay, as a sort of strategy point, I think that Victorious spent a little too much time dicking around, waiting for Torminator to, like, die, I guess. Ooh, damn. He's under shots. I think he spent, like, a little too much time. He's, like, a little too patient, just hanging around there with his army. Because he couldn't really break that castle, right? And those town centers without a bunch of siege. I think he could have just taken his army and, you know, take Bikini Bottom, move it somewhere else. I think he could have definitely done that. That being said, now that he has moved out, he is just taking names and on a rampage. It is truly, truly disgusting. Wow, Cheese on Toast, thank you for the $1.69. He says, I can't sub right now, but when it's possible, I will. For the time being, I'll fill a message with max characters I can possibly use and make the most of it because I don't like to be wasteful in things that are offered to me, apparently. Wow. Is Victorious really, like... Is he really just killing everybody on that side? Well, this is why, guys, when you're... Okay, like, when you are dying, there are a lot of things that you can do to become a zombie and live forever. Most importantly, like when you are getting dumpstered, remember this golden rule. And I see players just... Okay, this is a very common mistake. When you're behind, focus more on building back your economy. Let's say you like lose most of your base. Like build the economy back first and then really start thinking more about the military side of things. This is mostly because there's no way you'll be able to make a comeback if you have like 30 dudes and no units. Because in the late game, people are constantly just producing military units and stuff. You need to be able to keep up with their production. You're never going to be relevant unless you have a lot of villagers. So that should be like your numero uno priority. Alright. So it looks like I need to mass up my guys a little bit more. I lost all my unit production facilities, that sucks. And one of the reasons why this game's going, you know, reasonably well is that Spaghetti's just been, like, backing up his economy. Same thing with Shogun, aka Meister H. Oh, and Victorious is pushing out a little bit. I need, like, more unit production facilities. Pronto. So, getting out Siege Onager, which is where all my cash wins. We're getting there. We're getting there. We just need to survive as Victorious pushing on the other side. What an epic game. Oh, thanks to Radis Brad. It's something that I've learned to do a lot, I guess. I used to play like a lot of Black Forest on Boobly back in the day. We did a lot of Clan War stuff too. And during those clan wars, like, my team would often just have me, like, 1v2 or flank or something like that. And my goal would just be to not die. And then, the rest of my team would, like, you know, overwhelm the enemy on the other side, and then we would just win, like, off that. So I got to practice stalling and just not dying a lot. So that's one thing that I'm reasonably good at, is just booming and then just defense. Res is like a turtle. Like a laggy turtle. Honestly, Siege Onagers don't get very much value here, considering that the enemy is making mostly champions, and champions a good choice here against my halberdiers. I want to make hand cannoneers to counter that, but I don't have the gold right now. The Onagers, though, I still needed to make a few of them to deal with those siege rams from a safe distance, and I still might be able to clear out some clumps of ranged units. I have to make halberdiers and stuff, though, because I don't really have that much gold income right now. So, you know, we make do with what we got. Love it when those villas go to the wrong farms. They always do. Make a few more trade carts. It's not enough war wagons, not enough cash. I can clear out a couple of these bills. Don't think I need that many of them. Swap them for trade carts. Shit. What a long, crazy game. Can I get like a easy, relaxing game where I'm just rubbing my face all over the keyboard like a cat, and then I just win? That'd be nice. Alright, well there's red. So in that meantime, Hopefully I win this side, considering that red has sent some reinforcements to stop my victorious. So if I get banking, I can start slinging some gold to Torminator. I mean, not Torminator, Earth Shogun Meister H. My TMT in disguise? Oh, man. Doing a less than 1800 game next. Trebs needed, indeed. I'm more of a fan of bombard cannons in this case, though. They have a little bit more of that mobility, and they're better against siege rams. There's so many siege rams. So I really think that bombard cannons are better than Trebs in this case. Which is why I'm going to prioritize that. I really need this gold, but he also really needs to get the Imperial Age. It breaks my heart to see him making such weak, crappy units. Not that he has much of a choice. What? There's a gold mine over here? Oh my god, did no one see this? Yoink. I see a lumber camp over there, I'm not exactly sure why. But I am going to try and clear that out. Oh, I also need bombard cannons to deal with their onagers. Indeed, cheese. Alright, see ya, Asher. He says, I was having a shit-tacular day, so thank you for being hilarious, and informative as always in the chat for being hilarious as well. Well, I'm really, really glad to hear that I could make your day just a little bit better. Always warms my heart, makes all the work I put in here worthwhile to me. Never feel like I'm wasting time. Have a good one, man. I'm slinging a little bit. I don't think that he's slinging, if you're wondering, Flash. And no, you can play with me without actually tributing anything. Or, yeah, I should change the PayPal thing to attribute resonance. If you have coinage and banking, by all means. Send me money if you've researched PayPal. No, you don't need to donate to me to be able to play. I play with everybody. I just do a drawing. If you do sub to me, though, you get a higher chance at winning the drawing. Just need more siege weapons, man. Doesn't even matter if I Victorious gets repelled on this on his side, as long as I can start making some progress. We got all these castles and shit. God, they have so many castles. I wanted to send in like a raiding force of Halbs. I know that sounds anticlimactic and weak, and it is. Raiding force of Halbs, but you know, we're poor, man. We make do with what we got. Sometimes you gotta raid with halberdiers, but I can't.
Yes.
Ooh, kill that eco, my friend. So I did get to make some War Wagons this guys. I got to make some War Wagons this game, guys, but I can't keep making them, as they really don't do too much in this case. Also really expensive, but I'll throw in a few. Oh, thanks, Omigod, for the follow, by the way. Hope you are enjoying your stay in Trash City. As I'm just making lots of trash units, lots of hand cannoneers and stuff. This is gonna be such a long game, God. Ugh. The struggle, can I get, I need an easy game, guys. Next game, it's just gonna be me and just a ball of cute little kittens and puppies. Such a hard game. We're doing it. I have a big enough economy now that I can start making gold costing units. I guess I might as well get Shinkachan at some point, or however you pronounce it. Shinkachan. Doesn't really matter that much here having the extra one range. I mean, it kind of does because I get the first shot off with my onagers, but I can't micro with this lag. Onager this man. Moving up. My siege weapons keep dying too fast because he has too many onagers at his backside defending him. So that means I can't really clear out this castle as quickly as I want to. Which is a problem I'm running into, but I am ramping up the siege production. Throwing in another siege workshop I think might be enough in this case. If I get enough hand cannons, I can also really do a huge number on his army. And on this side, I mean, Victorious, like, is just doing some serious work. Like, really, guys, good job. This is actually one of the coolest games I've played. And I've said that before, as I've just had so many good games. That's why I love Age of Empires 2 so much, is that you can't, I feel like in most RTS games, just games in general, you can't have a game like this close, epic, just back and forth. Because Age of Empires 2 just has so much to it, like, beyond the military, and the military is so in-depth, too. I think a lot of modern games focus too much on being like a spectator sport, you know, being pleasing on the eyes, being an esport, rather than creating like really like deep, meaningful gameplay. And God, is Age of Empires 2 a good game. Like, this is sick. This is one of the better games I've played, only because there's just been so many like interesting decisive moments here, and I really didn't expect to live this long. I was pretty sure I was dead, but I mean, you can watch that part again as many times as you need to figure some stuff out. Oh wow, they're calling game. Oh my god. Well played, guys. But yeah, you know, constantly sustaining troop production. I was able to somehow live that, and the way I had my base structured also makes it incredibly hard to breach me. I think I had a really funny, like, arena Incas game. I think it's like an Incas First Impressions game on YouTube. It's a little bit of an old classic one. But that's where I built, like, a completely impregnable base. I think I was playing against Alarin, and it was so funny. It was so funny. I have Resin-Spot, my custom AI, also in the Steam Workshop. I do a similar style base, and I think it's super obnoxious. Yeah, seriously, good job, my Victorious. Oh my god. Seriously. Good job, guys. All of you did great. Thank you for not giving up. Working so well together. We did it! Huzzah! What a GG, man. Wow. Glad to hear it. Warms my heart to hear that everyone had fun, and poor Terminator. We use a trooper. See, look, he's in the corner, building back some economy. Do not neglect your economy, guys. 100 plus villagers ASAP. Also, good morning, Dragon Swords. I think so, Pablo. Yeah, if you have Aoe2 HD, the one on Steam, and it runs, yeah, you can just download it and you're good to go. And Korea! I don't know if Delta's still here, but I hope I made you proud, Delta. Whew. That was hard. Look at a few buildings I actually raised. The siege weapons just did not last. And yeah, I Victorious just pulled some serious weight. I mean, he's just biding his time. I mean, if anything, it was probably super elaborate BM with having that force of crossbowmen sitting in Terminator's base. Because he knew he didn't even need to move them. Because he had a plan. My Victorious putting his entire team on his back. Yeah, he saw we were like about to lose and he's like, wait, shit, not on my watch! Oh, what a game. Really? Only 14% of the map explored? Meister H, shame on you. Only 14% of map explored? I know it's really hard to scout with a horse. Yeah, not an actual scout cavalry unit, but still. Otherwise, though, yeah, again, everyone played like super duper well. Tower rush was a huge gambit. I generally don't like bailing out my teammates when they tower rush and they just, you know, like it fails and they just die. So I'm glad that it worked out this time. That's nice. I get nervous when I see a tower rush from my teammates. It's like, I hope he knows what he's doing, and you know, thank God I Victorious knows what he's doing. Another reason why I was able to remain strong that game and not die is, remember, I was constantly like building my economy to meet my needs. And notice how I built 224 villagers. It might seem like I seriously overboomed, but there were plenty of points where I wasn't at 300 population. Right, and I also didn't have enough gold income since my army was so very gold intensive that I needed to sell food and wood at the market. I also needed that food and wood for trash. I needed it to tribute Meister H. I needed to have all those villagers, and I cleared out my number of villagers like every now and then, right? So that once I had like max population, I would delete my excess villagers on resources that I had too much of. But when I was not at my max military population, I was running out of money. I needed that many villagers. I really did. And it might seem crazy, but in a 300 population game, sometimes you need 200 plus. Usually you don't, but sometimes you do. Sometimes. And you can always delete your extra ones later. Generally, though, you won't need 200 plus, but in a situation like me, where you're like on the back foot and you have to like fight multiple fronts at once, and your military is just not surviving, and you're just running like so low on cash. I had so many in production buildings. You might need this. Oh, cactus guy. Thank you. Thank you. It makes me feel great. Because I do put a lot of work into this, but it makes it all worthwhile to hear that I'm helping people and that they enjoy this. And yeah, this is a great game. I know that when I upload my like stream VODs to YouTube, like the live matches, like they're not really that popular. But I'm really happy with how this one turned out, and I hope people enjoy this one too. If you enjoyed watching this one, don't forget, I have a YouTube channel, link below, plenty of other great, awesome Age of Empires videos there, as well as videos of other games. If you like this one, you'll probably like those as well. Don't forget, by the way, if you scroll underneath my Twitch video player, like on my Twitch TV page, you can find my live streaming schedule, and that way you never have to miss a stream. As I know a lot of people ask me, when are you streaming next? It's right there, on that page. And that's why on Sunday, July 26th, we're doing more games with Zero Empires on his channel. And don't go anywhere, though. The live stream today is not over. We're doing another game after this. Let me know if you learned something, and if so, what. Love to hear your feedback, if there's any way you think I can improve the format. But don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with the next game of the live stream in just a moment. So GG, well played. Seriously, that was a great game. I was almost certain I was dead. But it just goes to show, sometimes you gotta take a look at the map, realize that the game's not just about you. There are other players, and you gotta work as a team. And in the end, if you play to your Civ strengths, get to the late game as the Koreans, build a huge economy. And if you have iVictorious doing some crazy work, magic can happen. GG, well played. We'll be right back, guys, after the break. Don't go anywhere.